Hey there, Avra here with Cami. So in this video, we're going to take a look at the student experience as they work through assignments in Cami. So to begin with, if you use Google Classroom, what you'll do is create the assignment and students will click, and then all they have to do is choose Open with Cami. From here, the assignment will open in a new tab. And on the left-hand side of the screen, students will have access to only the tools that you give them in Cami as the teacher. There are far more tools than the few that I have included here. That is by design. For our youngest learners, a sense of overwhelm can happen when we have too many tools in a toolbar. Additionally, too many tools can also cause distractions. So it's always my suggestion that teachers choose just the tools that they know their students will need and include them. We have another video on how to do that you can check out. Let's get started taking a look at some options for students' success in Cami. To begin with, we have Read Aloud. The Read Aloud option is here, and all kids have to do is click on it, and then they can come over and highlight a section of text.
Jordan has a bike that is 36 inches long. Nick has a bike that is 12 inches. Longer than Jordan's bike. How long is Nick's bike?
So that's one option that students have for having directions read to them. If you as the teacher would prefer to give additional information and maybe conversationally chat with your kids about how to be most successful on this assignment, you can use what this teacher here used, and this is a voice comment. This is simply an audio recording. It can be up to 5 minutes long. Okay, boys and girls, so for number one, Jordan has a bike that is 30. So you can see there's a couple of different ways that you can support your students within this environment. It's important to note that this assignment was written in English. If there were a file that was written in another language, there are options within our Read Aloud submenu here to go in and choose from many, many different languages. Next, let's take a look at how we can translate this English text for students. So translation is actually found here in the Understand menu. The Understand menu has many different options, but I have limited it to just the dictionary, the picture dictionary, and the translate option. Students can click on any word and have that word defined. The word can be read to them, and the definitions can be read to them. Furthermore, the picture dictionary is also an awesome support for students. But let's talk about Translate. The way Translate works is similar to Read Aloud. Students will click on the Translate tool and then highlight a section of text. From here, students can use this drop-down menu to select the appropriate language. Then, at the bottom of this box are three options. The first is Read Aloud, and it will read the translation.
Vienas Jordanas turi dviratį, kuris yra 36 colių ilgio.
Additionally, this is the option to have this text created in a text comment in the margin. Watch, when I click, now this has appeared over here. What's nice is that this remains even when the translate box is closed. Let's take a look at a third option. And that is copy. This is how you can take any text that you've had translated, copy it, and then paste it into another environment. One last thing I want to mention about Translate, and that is this button here. This button says Toggle Area Selection. Area selection is the ability to draw a box around a section of text. Sometimes this is easier for students in lieu of highlighting. So you can choose to teach your students both ways to do it and let them choose what makes sense for them. Next, I want to show you the text box options. The text box is here, and all students have to do is click, and then they can type. So they could put their answer in like that. Or let's say students need to create a longer response, like to write out this entire sentence if it weren't already here written for them. When they create a text box and then kind of put their mouse on top of it, you'll notice you see this black action bar. This has voice typing in it. This can be a fantastic way for our young learners to be able to express themselves without knowing the ins and outs of the keyboard. Nick's bike is 48 inches long. It does a nice job of transcribing what I say. However, students will need practice with this. Next, I do want to mention that we have the drawing tool. So for an activity like this one, if you want your students to actually draw on the number line, one other thing that I would suggest is to show them the zoom tool. So if you'll follow my mouse down to the bottom right of the screen, you'll see that I can zoom. This sometimes can make it easier for students if you want them to actually mark on the page in order to work through the number line activity. The drawing tool and the eraser are here for students, and they're quick and easy to use. These are just a few of the options in Kami. If you have any questions about anything I've shown you or anything with Kami at all, I hope you won't hesitate to reach out. Thanks so much for watching.